people. How are you today? My name is Georgia. For those of you who are new, to my regular subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So you could tell from the topic that we're going to talk about Jussie Smollett. And the story of Jussie Smollett has been in the news for about 3 weeks now. And honestly, I've stopped passing judgment on him. And let me tell you why. So there has been a lot of misinformation coming out about the situation that happened to him. First, when we heard about it, Jussie was kind of vague as far as, the type of people who attacked him, and he wasn't really forthcoming with all the information. Then we heard from the Chicago Police Department, who basically said they had all the answers, they knew who did it, they know what was done to him and why, and that he paid these guys. And now we're hearing that the $3,000, the personal check that he wrote, was for the training session and nutrition and all that. And in my opinion, I just think it's best if we all wait until this case plays out, because there is just so much different information that we're hearing. Even now with Jussie being in the news so often, he's still not coming out and saying anything. And I'm assuming, well, I know it's because he has his attorneys and they're advising him as what to say and do. So who knows what's gonna happen in the end with this whole case. So, well, I didn't really tell you guys the backstory because I don't know if you know. Well, everybody has basically heard by now. So the backstory regarding this case is Jussie Smollett. He's an African-American actor, singer, and he's on the show Empire. That's on the Fox network. So what happened is, one night he said he went to Subway to go get something to eat, and on his way back to either the hotel room or back to his apartment, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was attacked by two guys where they threw a liquid on him, and he didn't notice until he got back to his wherever he was going, that there was also a noose around his neck. Now, from what we're hearing from the news, it said that he went to the emergency room that night, and then there's another report that he said he went to his doctor the following day. Okay, now we get the police involved. Of course, you have to get the police involved in a situation like this, because you know how the climate is in America right now. It's really tense. So therefore, when you hear something like that, it's not just him personally it happened to. It's like it happened to us as a people. So of course, we as African Americans, we're gonna feel some sort of empathy, some sort of sympathy. We're gonna feel angry, because if that happened to him, that means it could just happen to anybody just walking down the street. Now we get the news from the police department saying that, okay, he's the one who set up the whole thing, that he paid these guys to actually do this to him just because he wanted his name out there, that he felt that he wasn't getting paid enough as an actor on the show, and just wanted to be recognized more, and just to be well known. But I guess he felt that he wasn't a big name known actor. But that's not how you get known. You get known by your work. So I'm not understanding. So it's still very, very confusing to me. And like I said, at this point, I'm just gonna wait and see how this whole case plays out. Because from what they're saying, if this is a story that he actually did make up and he's found guilty of actually doing this, of wasting the police time and resources, of just actually going through with the act, that he may face some jail time. And another thing that I saw in the news, and we're getting all our information from the news, and we know how sometimes the news can be biased themselves. They're saying that the actual act was supposed to happen a day before it did. But because Jussie was on a flight from New York to Chicago and that flight was delayed, then it didn't happen when it was supposed to, when the date was actually set up for it to happen. So, again, like I said, we're just going to wait. I at least are going to wait and see what happens and how this case plays out, because every day we're getting new information. This information about the check that he was supposed to supposedly pay these guys $3,500, I believe, to actually do the act. A copy of the check was released to the media, and in the memo section it's written that the check was for personal training, because one of the guys who actually they're saying did the act to him is his personal trainer. So they're saying that the payment to this guy was for personal training, nutrition, fitness program, which sounds about right. I mean, is that kind of high to have a personal trainer if you're paying them on a monthly basis? I don't think so. But now that all that information has been released, and I think before that, I was kind of iffy about it, because let me go back to the beginning. When it first came on the news, I had a discussion with my sister, and she said to me, she's like, something is not right about this story. I think it's all BS. And I said to her, I'm like, how could you say that? Because this guy is an African American. The act that was performed on him is just so disrespectful in a way that anyone, and when they said that the brothers are the two Nigerian brothers are the ones who did it, I was saying no, that can't be right, because they know the type of racial climate we live in America. They know how things are with African Americans in America, and for them to actually follow through with such an act, that is just unbelievable. Because how can you do that as a black man to another black man? So that's why I felt it was, the story was true, and she kept saying no, it's not. And I actually got a little bit upset with her because of just how unbelievable the story, the fact that another black man could do that, that one black man could do that to another black man. So now that the story came out that it was all a setup, that he did that to himself to gain recognition and to gain exposure, then I have to be like, But now we hear about the check that was written was for personal training, and that Jussie is really not saying anything, even though he did that Good Morning America interview with Robin, and I put a clip of it here.
I noticed the rope around my neck, and I started screaming, and I said, there's a rope around my neck.
Did you get any kind of description of the attack?
I gave a body description, and I, because I saw this, right here or whatever, but I can't tell you what color their eyes were. I can't tell you, and I did not see anything except the second person I saw running away. And the first person, I saw his stature. I gave the description as best as I could. You have to understand also that it's Chicago in winter. People can wear ski masks and nobody's gonna question that.
The police have gone through a lot of video, and they were able to capture an image of two people of interest. Have you seen that image, and do you believe that they could possibly be the attackers?
I do.
What is it about their size, or why do you feel that they could possibly be?
Because I was there. For me, when that was released, I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. I don't have any doubt in my mind that that's them.
He did that interview with Robin. It was still kind of, like he wasn't really very convincing. But now we're seeing that the check that he wrote was for services rendered. And now I'm like, So, back and forth, I'm confused. So, I am just going to wait and see how everything plays out. And I hope it works out in his favor if it's not true. But if he actually found out that he did this, I am sorry, Jussie. You're just wrong. You're wrong. And who knows, because of this, your career may be over. but you might be able to start a new career as a playwright or an author, because with that imagination you have to go through with all this, you make up some really, really good stories. So like I said, I'm gonna wait until this plays out. I would like to know what your opinion is on the whole situation. So please go ahead, leave a comment down below. I know this video is a little bit choppy, but I just needed to get all my thoughts out there. So let me know what you think of the Jussie Smollett situation. I mean, so many celebrities came out for him as far as giving their giving him such, not really condolences, but just letting them know how sorry they feel for him. And now they're looking like fools with eggs on their faces. So I think a lot of people have just stopped talking about it because they're also as confused as I am. So they're not talking about it anymore. Well, not in social media, but we're hearing everything on the news. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Please, I really would like to know your opinion on this situation. And thanks for watching this video. Like I said, subscribe, share this video, comment, and I will see you on the next one. Until next time, guys, take care.